makaka-relate kayo na mahirap talagang i-take yung IELTS. Windang na windang ang lolo. Hi guys, it's Monica here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be talking about my journey as a Filipino nurse in the UK. But before that, I want to tell you why I wanted to start a YouTube channel. Actually, I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a long time now. But because of work, having kids, wala nang time. Actually, I regret it. Because I could have documented yung pregnancy ko, delivery, my second pregnancy. But, you know, it's never too late. But at least I'm starting it now. So, I came in the UK 2000. I think, 2000. No, not 2000. 2010. Tama, 2010. So, there were a lot of offers sa Philippines about student visa, ganyan-ganyan. And at the same time, you could work. And at the time, I don't know how to get to the UK and work as a nurse straight away. So, yun nga, I took the chance. I applied, but I got refused twice. And I've only been working for 6 months at that time. And then, after a year, meron akong friend na nag-post na nasa UK na siya. So, I asked her how she got here. And she referred me to her agency. And that's how I got to the UK at the beginning. It was a post-study work... No, not post-study work visa. It's a Bachelor of Science in Health Studies for 1 year. And for post-study work visa. And we were the last group to apply for that because they abolished that, that kind of visa. And while I was studying, I was working as a healthcare assistant or a carer. It was very difficult and different. Kasi, you know, mga patients sa hospital, the one who deals with their personal care, toileting, usually patient's relative. But here you've got healthcare assistant and sometimes yung relatives dito, wala silang ginagawa. But, so yun nga, I worked in a health nursing home. I worked in a nursing home with 20 residents. So it was a small place lang. And it was nice working with the people na nandoon, but not with my manager. I had ako sa office, and then he asked me, do you practice respect and dignity in your country? Nasya kang lola mo. Ba't niya ako tatanungin ito? Sabi ko, of course we do. Sabi niya, then why didn't you cover the residents' legs? Kasi nakapalda si lola. Pero mahaba naman yung palda niya. Wala naman nakakakita. At saka wala naman makikita. So maybe my fault ako dun na I could have covered it. But the way he talked to me was just wrong. It was demeaning. And, you know, parang hindi kang tao kung kausapin niya. And since I was young, I didn't have experience. I was new to the country. I didn't know what my rights are. And I know that it was wrong. You just know when someone talks to you and you know that it's wrong. So, ayun. I was angry at the time, but I didn't talk back. But on my way home, I called my mom. Medyo naiyak pa rin ako. Naisip ko yun. I called my mom. And she just said hello and I burst into tears. I felt like, you know, my parents looked after me for so long. I studied in a good school. Mga ganon. Parang maliitin lang ako ng taong yun. Parang I didn't deserve it. Plus, you were experiencing homesick and things like that. Gusto ko na umuwi. So, yun. It wasn't a good experience with that first employer. So, yun nga. After, kung matapos yung course, I applied for the post-study work visa. Na nakuha ko naman. And then after that, I worked hard to get my PIN number as a nurse here. So, I had all the requirements needed except for IELTS. And I know a lot of you ayun, nahanap ko na yung word. Makaka-relate kayo na mahirap talagang i-take yung IELTS. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys na hindi talaga ako magaling sa English. And until now, my husband still corrects my grammar. Especially yung mga he and she, in and on, yung mga ganun. Sometimes, pag nagkukwento ako sa kanya, gulong-gulo siya. Kasi, windang na windang ang lolo mo. Kasi hindi niya alam yung pinagsasabi ko, kung sino na yung nasagasaan, or sino na yung alam mo yun. Diba? Pero, yun nga. So, I took IELTS sa Philippines pa lang, right after I qualified sa nursing. Pero I got 6.5. So, ayun na yun. So, hindi ko na siya pinarsu pa kasi hindi pa naman ako aalis. Tinry ko lang. So, nandito na ako, sabi ko, ay, mapapasaba ko sa Englishan. Oh. Mapapasa ko to. Mapapractice ko yung English ko. So, I took the IELTS again nga after nung course ko. At hindi ako pumasa. 6.5 na naman ako sa writing. At hindi ako magaling talaga sa writing or speaking. Siguro, okay pa ako sa speaking, pero writing talaga, hindi ko siya like. So, ayun. Hindi nakapasa si lola mo. So, I took again. Obviously, I want to register as a nurse. So, I took it, and I failed again for the second time. So, third time na siya, including sa Pilipinas. So, I prayed to God. Sabi ko, is it really for me? If it is, please, let me pass this test. If not, parang ginawa ko siyang sign. I know some people don't believe in signs, yung mga ganun, yung paghingi ng signs, pero I do. So, sabi ko, Lord, please, help me naman. Kasi nga, parang nahihirapan din ako, kasi nga yung sa first work ko, parang medyo na-discourage ako doon. Tapos may mga naging problem din ako sa mga kasama ko sa bahay. Mga dalawa lang naman yung tao na yun, pero, ayun nga. Pero, I'll talk about that in my other vlog, if you want me to. Pero, ayun. So, asan na nga pa ako? Ayun na nga, sa IELTS. And then, I took that test. And then, when I was gonna get, yung kukunin ko na yung yung result ko, hindi ako makapaniwala. I was shocked. Sabi ko, taas. Hindi ako nagyayabang. Hindi talaga ako nagyayabang. Pero, na-shock lang ako. Hindi ako makapaniwala na, ang taas ng score ko. Sabi ko, siguro, sinabi talaga ni Lord na, para ka dyan. So, binigyan niya ako ng mataas na score. So, ayun. Taas yung score na ako. So, ayun nga. Na-process ko na yung papers ko, and then, I got my PIN number I got my PIN number 2013. So, I work sa care home kung saan ako nag-adaptation. Adaptation before is different because now, you need to take a test in the Philippines pa muna. And then, here, you need to take at OSCE. Dito, I just have to have all my documents ready. And then I could do an adaptation. It's 3 to 6 months course, sa university. And I only took it for 3 months. And then you have to have a place where you're gonna do the adaptation. So those places, you usually pay for them. But I was lucky enough to find one na hindi ako kailangan magbayad. Actually, sinweldohan pa nga nila ako. So I was really lucky with that. And then you have to do 3,000 or 5,000 word essay at the end. So, yun. Hindi sila mahilig sa test dito. I mean, sa adaptation ko. Kahit dun sa course na kinuha ko before. Mostly, about essays, yung mga ganun, dissertation. At hindi ko na alam paano ko napasa yung dissertation ko. Kasi hindi nga ako magaling talaga magsulat. Pero, ayun nga. So, I passed that, and na-qualify. Nag-work ako dun sa care home na yun, kung saan ako nag-adaptation for, I think, a year. And then, I moved to NHS hospital. Nag-NHS na ako. Lumipat na kami outside London. Kasi mahal sa London yung cost of living. Mas mahal. Yung bahay, mahal. Ganyan. So, ayun. Lumipat na ako sa... umalis na kami sa London. So, ayun. It was quite difficult din na lumipat from care home to hospital. Kasi, syempre, ibang-iba yung, yung mga policies and procedures nila. Plus, parang medyo kinalawang yung utak ko sa care home. Kasi nga, usual personal care, yung mga super basic. Ang mga bagay lang na makikita mo sa care home is peg feeding, catheter. Yun lang. So, medyo natakot akong lumipat sa NHS. Kasi nga, totoong hospital na siya. Tsaka medyo kinlawang ako. Pero ayun, medyo okay naman siya. I work first in elderly ward. So, I think yung mga makakanood, alam nyo na it's hard. Kasi nga, madaming risk of fall, mga ganon. And, dun ko lang na-realize na it was really hard sa hospital. You don't even have time to talk to your patients. I mean, to have a decent conversation. And I felt like this is not the kind of nurse that I want to be. Parang hindi ko feel na nurse ako. Parang lang akong robot. Nagbibigay ng gamot. Alam mo, yun yung mga task mo. Hindi ka nga rin makapag-document, proper documentation. At the end of your shift, you have to stay pa para lang makapag-document to cover your back. Pero yun, it was really hard. Sometimes, you know, yung mga elderly, they're really sweet talaga. Na, yung start sila ng conversation, ganyan. Gusto mo pa salang makipagkwentuhan, but then, you have to move on. Because otherwise, you won't finish your drug rounds, you know, on time. So, ayun. And it was physically, emotionally, and mentally exhausting. Kasi nga, short staff, yung mga ganon, it was rewarding, but most of the time, you don't feel like, I just didn't feel like I was the nurse that I wanted to be. So, ayun. Sometimes you'll go home, and I'm still thinking if I've done everything that I needed to be. Sometimes, when my husband, pag sinusundo niya ako, maiyak na lang ako. Kasi nga, super exhausting at super, basta, yung iba makaka-relate na lang. So, ayun. Nag-move kami to another city. Kasi, doon kami nakabili ng bahay. And then, I applied in intensive care. I know na, I will be out of my comfort zone again. Kasi hindi naman ako nag-work sa intensive care sa Pilipinas. But then here, they provide you lots of trainings, yung mga ganon. They're very supportive. So I said, why not challenge myself? So I did. And I'm still working there now. Although, when I came there, I think I only worked for a few months and then I was on maternity leave for a year. And then I came back. I think I worked for another 1.5 years. And then now, I'm on maternity leave again. Because I had my second baby. So yeah. In terms of career-wise, at the moment, hindi ko pa siya masyado naiisip kung saan ako papunta. Actually, I wanna do intensive care training, yung course. Pero I just don't have the time. And at the moment, my priority is my family. And I think, dun muna ako mag-focus. Pag malaki-laki na sila, then, tsaka ko siya pag-iisipan ko ano nga bang gusto kong gawin sa career ko. Pero obviously, still, I still wanna be a nurse. Kung saan lang specialization yung ganun. Kasi dito, unlike sa Philippines, ang daming specialty dito. May diabetes nurse, bowel nurse, stomach nurse, yung mga ganun. So, yun, hindi ko pa siya na papag-isipan. So that's it. I told you about my journey as a nurse here. And if you got any questions, just comment down below. And if you want me to make any video suggestions, just comment down below. I'm gonna make another video with regards to nurse salary sa UK, cost of living, yung mga ganon. So, watch out for that. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye!